Okay, guys, today I'm going to show you real quick how I want you to fill out the Cornell notes for La Luna. So our focus here is going to be identity, kind of identity combined with characterization. So what makes up a character? How do we know what type of person they are when the author doesn't exactly show us? And please make sure you fill in your name and your class period and the date. Our essential question for this is, how do a character's dialogue, thoughts, effects on others, actions, and looks make his or her identity known to the audience? All right, so what you're going to do is, if you need to rewatch La Luna, I did post the link for it, so you don't have to go back to the Ed puzzle. And you're going to fill these out. So the first question said, what is the dialogue like? Now, if you did actually watch this, you do know that there is not any real dialogue. There are no words. So how do we know what it is they are saying? Okay. How do we know that they're happy or they're sad or they're angry? Describe what that looks like. Now, if I were doing this, I would talk about probably a lot of the hand gestures. Okay. I would say hand gestures, facial expressions, and really the tones of the sounds that they were making. All of those things really kind of give you an idea of what it is that they're actually saying. So you're going to look at the question on the left, and then you're going to write your notes on the right. Your notes don't need to be incomplete sentences. They're just notes. All right, and then you're going to head on down to the other one, and you'll have to hit enter a few times to get down there. And it says, how do we know their thoughts? So obviously you can't read people's minds. It's not telling you what their thoughts are. So how in that do you know their thoughts? When I think about their thoughts, I think that especially with the little boy, when we watch him, we can see his facial expressions and we can see his actions in response to things. And that really shows us kind of what they're thinking. I'm not going to type that one out for you. That's for you guys to do. Moving on down to the next one. It says, how do the old man and big man affect the boy? And then how do you know? So how do those two men change the boy or make him, or how does he respond to them? And then the next one says, describe some of their most obvious important actions. So there's one thing in particular that I'm thinking toward the end of the little video that the boy does that's really important. What do you think that is? What do you think that he does that's really important? And then describe the looks of the different characters is the next one. So just describe what do they look like. You know, obviously the one's big and the one's old, but go and give me some more detail. Okay. And then the last one, this is going to be kind of the beginning of your next activity. So it's the end of this, beginning of your next activity. And it says choose one character and describe what he would be like in real person. Okay, so if you really knew that person, what would he be like? Let's take the boy, for example. If you wanted to describe him, would he be shy? Would he be outgoing? Do you think he's a follower? Does he just do what everybody else is doing? Or is he more of a leader? Does he go out on his own and do his own thing? I want you to go ahead and describe him here. Okay, and you don't have to do the boy. You could do the old man or the big man, any of them, and you choose and you describe them here. I'm going to let you skip out on the summary for today, but that is what I want you to do for the Cornell notes. When you are done with this, I want you to make sure that you also turn it in. Now, we are going to be doing an activity, like I said, on the choose one character, so make sure you remember which character you chose on this one for our next assignment.